I thought you was gonna be into that because he owned a white woman.
Yeah.
Yo.
See, see, see. There's a path I'm not willing to tread. So, sometimes you gotta know your own strength, man.
She feeling saucy, I'm feeling sturdy. I got a 4-piece, up in the 30. They tryna hold me, she like Curry. They feeling salty, I'm feeling sturdy.
For sure. Then talking
100%.
one thing too, I think we missed this music wise, Grammys. The Grammys this year are a little bit different than traditional years where before it would you would see it based off of the numbers. Now it's really based off of like I don't know. I want to say actual production of albums, but then you have some things in it where it looks like it's kind of weird. So we have, for instance, like Freddie Gibbs getting nominated for Album of the Year with Alfredo, and then also too Nas getting nominated for Album of the Year as well. But then you look over at the R&B side, there's no mention of Summer Walker's R&B production, which probably want to say was the best R&B album of this year. So you look at that where that category doesn't have that, it's kind of weird where people are a little bit upset at the Grammys but have mixed emotions. Where Little Baby and the Baby don't have an album as far as best hip hop album of the year goes. But of course you have like, Nas and Freddie. How do we feel about the Grammys and what they're doing this time around?
I thought Jay already told us that they don't matter.
Thank you.
So as far as
Next
I don't
topic.
really. I can't even really expound upon it because Jay already told us that shit is all bullshit, smoke and mirrors. Who cares what they think?
for sure, Drake said the same thing too. So you think we should just be done with how we feel about the Grammys altogether? Because I think artists kind of look at it as if I'm Grammy nominated, that's just a bigger bag.
And that's because they're fucking programmed to think that because it's a psychological operation. And that's all that it is. That we go out and we get our finest clothes and go to their fucking Grammys, but the Soul Train Awards and the BT Awards, niggas come out in tracksuits and sweatsuits, and some niggas don't even go. But I
Yeah,
bet
because
you if we treated that shit like it was our Grammys or our that shit would have more notoriety and it would be well respected. So if you did get a Soul Train or a BET award, that shit would be something fucking amazing. And you could really say when you're not getting Grammys, so fucking what? But you can't say that because the shit that we do and we put out, we don't put enough consistency and seriousness behind that shit, and we don't have our main players supporting that shit, So
Even down to the NAACP awards, nobody really, it's not what it's supposed to be. It's not treated like the Grammys.
yeah, man. So don't get mad when you look at a Grammy and Grammy, they like to think that they're the worldwide syndicate of fucking music. So don't get mad when your favorite artists are not Grammy nominated because guess what? Like that's how they're viewing it from a different scope. So when you want your artist nominated and shit like that, go support them when they at the BET Awards and know those same artists that got those big songs though that don't never show up at the BET Awards or the Soul Train. Pay attention to that shit too though. But those the same ones chasing the Grammys too. So go figure. So
mm-hmm.
What else we got, Joe?
Yeah, I think we covered a little
shout out to
shit.
Scooter Braun, man.
I'm not gonna
Scooter
second
Braun.
talk about
Shout out to Scooter
Thanksgiving
Braun.
being.
Y'all know who Scooter Braun is?
I'm not shouting that guy out. I'm not
Nah,
doing.
you gotta shout him out because he
I
owned a
don't want to
white
go
woman.
any further.
I thought you was gonna be into that because he owned a white woman.
Yo, see, see, see. There's a path I'm not willing to tread. Sometimes you gotta know your own strength, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exploitation on exploitation. He don't got nobody else. Like I ain't hear him say he got Drake masters or like none. Like listen, hey. So hey. So
Yeah, Joe, damn,
I'm gonna
bro.
put that out there. Yep. Oh, and the
No,
Grammys
it's
for
nutty to me that he just
What?
that one person just went to fucking Universal or wherever the fuck she was at and said, "Oh yeah, let me buy her shit," and they just sold it. Like that's nutty to me.
yeah, that's crazy. But yo, And shout out to the Grammys. I guess they think they also, with this lack of representation in the Grammys this year, um, they think they're doing us a favor by making Trevor Noah the host. So shout out to Trevor Noah, no hate on you. Trevor Noah does not represent us as a whole. Okay. So just because you let him host, that doesn't mean that it's not like if you let Kevin Hart host or somebody else, like, you know what I mean? Like, or so shout out to him though.
She feeling saucy, I'm feeling sturdy. I got a 4-piece, up in the 30. They tryna hold me, she like Curry. They feeling salty, I'm feeling sturdy.